we've seen U.S. strikes in Iran vowing to retaliate, an increase in Israeli strikes in Lebanon, the Iranian-backed proxy group Hezbollah firing back here in Israel.
That's ABC News Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell. Your money at this moment, Dow currently up 239 points, a little less than 0.5%. S&P 500 currently up 6. The NASDAQ is up 14. The cost of oil is also down today, down almost $5 a barrel. Coming up, mix of sunshine, clouds, and warm temperatures. As the forecast for the next few days, we'll get a full look at that next. KSL News Time 102.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu, an Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it. But my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I'm Christian Staples with Arctic Spas. Spring is here, and that means pool time is here. No one makes it easier to have a pool in your backyard than Arctic Spas. We just need 2 days, and you can swim for exercise or enjoy family fun. Arctic Spa's all-weather pools continue to be fun all year round, versus a regular pool which you can only use during the summer. We make it easy with maintenance-free filters, automatic natural salt water, and automatic pH control. No one wants to spend their time taking care of their pool. We just want to enjoy it. And that is what Water Care Automation is all about. If you're looking for a pool that is easy to install, easy to maintain, easy on the wallet, and you can use it year-round, look no further than Arctic Spa's all-weather pools. For more information, check us out at arcticspasutah.com or one of our 3 stores covering all of Utah in Salt Lake, American Fork, and St. George. Arctic Spa, the only spa built for Utah's harsh climate.
This year, Utahns are celebrating the 250th anniversary of our country, Utah style, because everything from Utah's red rock deserts to our snowy peaks are worth celebrating. It's our land, our communities. Join us in celebrating our country with Utah style. Join the statewide celebration. Get involved at america250.utah.gov. Brought to you by America First Credit Union.
Celebrate 250 years of freedom right here in Utah Valley. Utah County is proud to be a part of America's most exciting birthday yet. As our nation marks 250 years of independence, communities across Utah Valley are rolling out the red, white, and blue with festivals, concerts, parades, and fun for everyone. Whether you're a lifelong local or visiting for the first time, now's your chance to be part of history. Explore Utah Valley invites you to start planning today at utahvalley.com/America250. utahvalley.com/America250.
Let's get a look at traffic and weather together, which is brought to you by UCCU. You deserve to love where you bank. Here's Tito Nani.
Good speeds remain in effect throughout the valley. It does look like we have some slight congestion going northbound on I-15 in the Draper-Bluffdale area as you make your way across the point of the mountain. But other than that, traffic is rolling along. While you're planning your day, plan for comfort too with the Good Feet store. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather, look for a forecasted high of 85 degrees with plenty of sunshine today. A few more clouds and projected high of 86 tomorrow. Should be back down into the upper 70s by Friday with more clouds, chance of rain greater on Saturday. Right now it's 82 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside. with Ethan Miller.
Now we've got houses, kids, responsibilities.
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, we're all grown up. We have pre-diabetes, lower back pain.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome to KSL Brightside. Thanks so much for joining us today. And Alex, what do you say we just jump right in? We've got a really full show, so I'm ready to just jump right in. Are you ready? You've got the buttons.
I'm ready. I have the buttons, and I'm ready to jump in. And, of course, we kick everything off on our program, as always, with KSL Brightside's 3 things, so let's get right to it.
Your top trending stories happening right now. KSL Brightside's The 3 Things.
So the number one thing today is, I think, obvious. It's the number one thing for everybody today, and that is the giant sigh of relief that the whole community is feeling, but especially the family of these 2 kids, Wesley Richmond and Will Richmond, who were absconded by their father and brought down to Mexico. Well, they're back.
Well, we
they're
got
safe.
We all got
sound.
we all got the Amber Alert, and it freaked us out. Any Amber Alert does.
Yeah.
And because the Amber Alert's straightforward. Hey, if this Amber Alert's going out, just know that every one of these kids is in immediate danger.
Yeah, that's right.
And so that the freak out factor of that, and then the details come out, and then you go, oh, we're really nervous because it looks like after we got this alert that it was a long time ago that they had actually made their way down to Mexico, and it felt like it was almost a little bit of a, that might be a little bit too little, too late, or how are you going to find them, or are they going to be safe? We were, trying to suppose yesterday what it would look like, and the exact thing that happened was the thing that we were glad that happened, which is they were found, they were caught up to. I would love to know all the details of how they were able to. We don't have any except for that we found that they found them, but I want to know exactly what happened. I want to know what this guy has to say for himself. He's been arrested as well.
That's right. Dane Stephen Richmond, age 46, was arrested and is charged with 2 counts of custodial interference, a 3rd-degree felony. Now, Alex, he was arrested in a place called San Felipe, Mexico, which is on the eastern coast of Baja, Baja, Mexico.
Of the peninsula, yeah.
And so I thought, well, what's this place kind of like? And it's...
Did you end up booking a vacation? Did you end up going down a rabbit hole where you booked a vacation?
Well, the first thing I looked up was San Felipe is a safe place because, we all still carry a lot of memory about northern Mexico, right?
We were this summer going to Mexico. We were at the gate and it got canceled because of the cartels burning down Puerto Vallarta. We were at the gate and they're like, Delta's all sorry, figure something else out. Go to Denver. Yeah.
Denver's great this time of year.
It's not as warm, but it's nice.
And it turns out San Felipe is actually pretty safe.
Okay.
It's got a lot of expats there. And the military is really active and the police are really active and the cartel violence is relatively low and doesn't target the tourists typically. And so that was nice to read. But then I also read that roadblocks, police and military roadblocks, are really common in that region, just as part of kind of the ongoing effort of Mexico finally reasserting its authority in that area.
Right.
And I wonder if that's part of what happened. It just crossed my mind. He went down to an area where they've got a really, really large police presence. He was never going to make this. This was never going to work out for him. Never going to work out.
And what happened to be a place where he was probably like, okay, I feel good and safe here. And I also feel like I've got a lot of resources here and maybe – I don't know why he chose that place, but it ended up probably being a better place for people to be able to run him down. Is what it sounds like.
It's what it sounds like, yeah. And not only that, but there are a lot of expats. So there are a lot of Americans down there who undoubtedly probably knew
what's going on with this guy. Yeah.
Well, but there are people down there who would have seen information on the Amber Alert potentially that had gone down to Mexico. I mean, this was never going to work, which I think ramped up the danger for these children.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah,
it ramped up the danger for these children because it's easy to imagine that a non-custodial parent abduction is not a risk, is not a threat to a child's life. But when you look at a dad, but that's not the case at all. It is a major threat, especially when you look at a dad that's behaving so erratically, abandoned his job, abandoned his home, walked away, took his kids to Mexico. I mean, this is someone who is just not thinking rationally, and so
that always good. Listen, here's the other thing. Our background. It's one thing to think, oh, there's some parts of Mexico that could be really dicey for you to take these two kids down to, and who knows what's going to go down there. Then there's the other part of our history here in the state of Utah. I'm not saying like our state has it more than necessarily anybody else, but there are some high-profile cases of dads who weren't happy with the custody situation or the divorce proceedings or whatever it might be.
Yeah.
That end up saying, you know what, I'm taking everybody with me, man. I'm not doing. And the death and destruction that follows that, and then the broken up communities on top of all of it. We've seen it a million times. It feels like
we don't have to go into the details, and remember these incidents, but we know that risk can be serious. All right, next up on our three things, Salt Lake City getting an interesting kudos. I thought this story was hilarious. Number one, there's a kernel of truth. Not a kernel of truth. There's real truth here, but it was just really, really funny. So
sounds like you're looking sideways at this. It's supposed to be a positive story, but Ethan Millard, everybody, has found a way to see some cynicism in it. Go ahead, buddy.
Of course, this is just me.
I know.
So here's the story. Hard as it might be to believe, a recent nationwide study rated Salt Lake City as one of the safest areas in the country in which to ride a bicycle. Now, that does not surprise me. Salt Lake City, not Salt Lake County, but Salt Lake City has put a ton of effort and thought into making things safer for pedestrians and bicycles.
You mean with the
that's not hard to believe.
You mean with the super annoying network of protected bike lanes and those green? I can't stand those lanes that they've. First of all, I can't stand the construction that they have to do to be able to create them. And then by the way, I never see people in those lanes compared to what I think they thought they were going to see them.
No, I'm sure. I'm confident that Salt Lake City is really interested in feedback of cyclists like you.
Yeah. Well, I was for a long time. You know very well. I went years of riding my bike to work every day from the foothill area.
Oh, that's right. I should shut my mouth.
I only had
nice,
two semi-major crashes on the way down. Both of which were my fault, but I'm just telling you.
Protected bike lanes, though, it's pretty nice.
I think so. I see them and I see what they're trying to do, but the use of them and then the money that goes to them, you wonder if you're getting your money's worth on it. But
all right, let me keep going. Utah's capital city was ranked 53rd of the 55 most dangerous cities for people on bikes. So good ranking.
Oh, I was going to say, they're on the most dangerous list? That's what you should have led with. They're 53rd out of 55. Okay.
Now, here's where this story gets good. According to the study by Angel Reyes and Associates, a Texas-based personal injury law firm. And I thought to myself, how did this happen? So I thought, let me get a little bit more information. And I actually discovered that this Texas-based personal injury law firm that singled out Salt Lake City.
Their billboards are, you've been hit in a bike accident? That's what all of them are.
Probably not in Salt Lake.
Yeah.
There actually is good documentation here. So
14 of the cities of the top 14 are all in Texas.
So People for Bikes, which is a national cycling data set,
yeah,
a real thing.
No, PFB. We just call that.
That's right. Yeah. They gave Salt Lake City an overall city rating score of 52, which is very, very high, praising its growing network of protected bike lanes.
Got it.
Other elements are dedicated multi-use greenways, such as the 9-Line Trail and Parley's Trail, which are safe, separated routes from traffic.
Yeah.
And also, one of the big things is when the city lowered general neighborhood speed limits from 25 miles an hour to 20 miles an hour.
So we did that.
Has dramatically reduced collision risk. It increases your time to respond and also reduces the risk of injury.
Yeah, our neighborhood up, like I said, kind of below Foothill there. Our old neighborhood, the signs up there say 20 is plenty.
Yeah.
Which I thought, my kids always thought that was kind of cute. And then I was like, and then I flew past that sign at 40 miles an hour.
Additionally, because the city features a grid system that you can kind of go anywhere using whatever route you want. So, for example, if you feel like 7th East, which is a major traffic corridor, if you feel like that's not going to be safe enough for your bike ride, you have 6th East. You have 8th East. They'll take you to the same place, but you don't have to take that big road.
All right.
So that grid system is super, super helpful. So good job to Salt Lake City.
We did a great job. And keep building all those lanes and ruining the rest of our traffic while we're trying to get used to those lanes.
We got a text here. Thank you, Alex, regarding bike to work. So good job. We all thank you.
Look, I know that was tongue-in-cheek.
I think it was a sincere
text. It
It
saved me a lot of I will tell you, though, and I would take what I would do is I would ride over here to the tracks right here at night after the show was over, and I would take it up far enough. No, and I would usually ride up to like around the Trader Joe's stop area right there. Because then at that point,
take tracks up the hill.
Then it got annoying.
Obviously,
then I'd start getting sweaty, which I didn't want to do at 10 o'clock at night. And so, but I would do it. I rode at night and during like the big kind of middle of the day traffic downtown. And I definitely biffed it a couple of times, but not enough to not miss work that day because I'm dedicated.
Finally, our third thing.
Yes.
And that is, this is a hard one out of Longview, Washington. One person is dead and 9 others remain unaccounted for after a chemical tank holding nearly 1 million gallons of corrosive liquid imploded at a Washington paper mill.
So the imploded part is interesting. Have you seen videos of those before when those big tanks just suddenly they collapse in?
Yeah.
Obviously, that would make those corrosive liquids be kind of everywhere. I don't know how full the tank was, but when you have one dead and then 9 unaccounted for, the family members of those 9 unaccounted for probably know the score when it comes to that.
I think they're expecting.
It's going to be an extremely. It's going to be a tragedy that community in Longview, which I've been through a million times. I mean, it is, and there are still paper mill communities kind of running up and down the coast there in Washington, and it's just it's going to be devastating. And when it's a small enough town, and Longview's not tiny, it's kind of there around that Vancouver and Portland area. And that's devastating, and we're likely going to get the worst news for those 9 that are unaccounted for, unfortunately.
And this is interesting to juxtapose this because this happened suddenly while the chemical leak down in Southern California is on its way to resolving itself. Authorities have lifted all evacuation orders tied to that Southern California chemical leak, saying the worst-case scenario has been averted. It's still ongoing, but it's not nearly.
That looked like it was going to be extremely dicey when they were calling up neighbors and going, "Get out!"
It's weird to have
crazy.
Both of those things kind of happen in the same week.
All right, we're going to take a break here. We're going to come back, and KSL Brightside rolls on here. We're asking for your text messages throughout the day. Of course, we love your weighing in on the program, and we love you being a part of our show. We love reading those texts. We think you're funnier and smarter than we are. That's a no-brainer. We love that we can participate with you in that way. The steakhouse apocalypse. What is that? Actually, you know what? It's a nice name for a restaurant, I feel like. But it's the opposite. Something that is going the direction of Americans not necessarily enjoying the steak like they used to. Stay with us. It is KSL Brightside.
Hi, this is Derek Overstreet, president of the New Millennium Group and co-host of Stop Working, Start Living with KSL News Radio. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you could retire 3 to 5 years earlier than you thought possible? The things you could do, the loved ones you could spend time with, the memories that you could create. That's what our team at the New Millennium Group does. We'll walk you through the entire process every step of the way. If you'd like to get a copy of the 5-step proprietary plan that will help you retire 3 to 5 years sooner than you thought possible, give us a shout right now. 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370 or utahsfinancialplanner.com. Listen, most of our listeners right now have a tax problem, not a money problem. There's not enough money in Social Security Medicare as it is. Let us show you how you can significantly reduce your taxes. That's 888-999-6370. 888-999-6370 or utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Jeff Kaplan here. Got to tell you, the paint job looked great, and our friend Sue couldn't say enough good things about CertaPro painters. They were professional, zero drama. They cleaned up. The house looks amazing, and if you need your house painted, you should know that CertaPro makes it a worry-free experience, and they do it at the right price. CertaPro Painters has 70,000 5-star reviews. Local trusted professionals. Get a detailed free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated.
The Children's Center Utah provides a unique service in our communities by meeting the needs of very young children and their caregivers. Here's a Little Minds, Big Hope message from Dr. Kyle Smith, the Children's Center Utah's child and adolescent psychiatrist, during May's Mental Health Awareness Month.
Did you know that frequent nightmares, fear of bedtime, or suddenly waking through the night can be signs of emotional stress in young children? Problematic anxiety often impacts sleep. Find out more at childrencenterutah.org.
Do you know how to tell if a clogged drain is something to worry about or not? What's up, everybody? I'm Mike Wilson with Any Hour Services, and I understand it's annoying and inconvenient, but sometimes a clogged drain can be a sign there's a more serious issue with your sewer main line. If the drains in the lowest level of your home aren't draining, or you flush a toilet and it comes up somewhere else like a shower or a floor drain, I'm urging you to look at this as more than just an annoyance. The last thing I want you to experience is a sewer backup. If you're a homeowner experiencing any of these issues, the first step would be to snake the line to see if it's just a blockage, which one of our drain techs can do for only $29. Yep, you heard that right. Any Hour Services will snake any drain line with normal access for only $29. Sinks, showers, tubs, toilets, floor drains, laundry drains, even that sewer main line that connects to the city. We'll snake any line for just $29. For help with your drain issues, call Any Hour Services at 801-443-7700. You can Google Any Hour Services. You can even schedule online at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
At Cadillac, we believe true luxury isn't just about craftsmanship. It's about innovation. That's why we created a luxury line of electric SUVs, including the best-selling Lyriq, the all-new Optic, and the Escalade IQ, the first fully electric full-sized SUV. You can travel over 400 miles on a single charge. So come get your dream car and see exactly why driving a Cadillac is like no other driving experience. Visit Jerry Seiner Cadillac and experience the Seiner difference today.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Turn your afternoon around on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. I'm Ethan Millard, and I've got Alex Keir here with me, as I do every day. Starting at noon, by the way. We've only been on the air here for about 22 minutes, but a little less than that because of the news. But we actually start this show at noon on YouTube. So if you've never joined us at noon, if you're sitting at your desk at noon eating a sandwich or a Maverick hot dog, which is my style.
What are you, the nutrition man over here, talking to people about saving calories on the...
Look, ain't nothing wrong with a Maverick hot dog. A good amount of relish, a good amount of mustard.
Yeah.
And, boy, that's a great lunch.
That's why I like you, because you and I both are on team never put ketchup on a hot dog.
Yeah, that was fun when I was 5.
Yeah. No, there was an age cutoff. I think we used to tell people, they're like, if you're over 15, you can't, no more ketchup on a hot dog.
You got to retire it. Speaking of food, let's talk about the beef apocalypse. Now, do we have special imaging for the beef apocalypse?
I think we didn't know what to do with it. Like, it was honestly like because I think we've had apocalypse news before.
We need to call Paul Helms.
We're gonna see if we can put together.
Because if he could do
I don't know if this rises to the level of feeling like the world is ending. Although for some meat eaters, it might feel that way.
So steak prices spiked over the last year 17%, an average of $13.02 per pound.
Have you seen how much, like when you go to Costco, and you're like, I get good prices at Costco, and you have the 4-pack of, like, I'm not talking prime either. I'm talking the choice.
Yeah.
And I wish you could buy the less ones. What are the ones they feed to the to the cats?
No,
there's choice. No, there's the top is prime. Then it goes choice.
Select?
And then it's like select. And then it's all
dog food.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's all right.
It's ground.
Eat at your own risk. Yeah. And I looked, and there was a pack of 4 steaks, not prime.
Okay.
But they're like, those nice.
Yeah. You know, you get at Costco, yeah.
But not giant. And it was $72 for the 4 steaks. And I was like, what? I don't know who's buying this. And it's, like I said, it's not a prime
As
cut.
you put it into your cart. I don't know who's buying this.
I don't know who's buying this, but I'm going to only need 3 packs today instead of the 4 that I usually get. Yeah, I mean, imagine in our family, for example, if you were going to eat a steak and you have 9 kids, like, that's not an option, right?
Yeah.
That's never going to be an option. But $13 a pound, going up to that number. So ground beef is almost $7 a pound.
Yeah,
Ethan, can you believe it?
$6.90 a pound. That's up 19% from last year. So here's the reason why. The U.S. cattle herd has fallen to a 75-year low. It's driven by drought, which we know about, labor shortages, which we also know about, dwindling ranch land, and high operational costs. Wholesale brisket in Texas is up 28% over the past year. There is basically no relief in sight.
I went to a local barbecue place. I went to a local barbecue chain. Okay, it was a family member's birthday. My sister goes, hey, I'm grabbing this, and this. Will you grab some brisket? And in my mind immediately went, oh, bull. Like, because I know how expensive brisket is.
Yeah.
Could you grab some brisket? And it wasn't a huge get-together, but it was 2 pounds. The 2 pounds cost me $74. 2 pounds.
Woo.
So I'm sending Venmo requests to every family member I'm like, to the kids who have Venmo who ate even a bite. I'm all, you owe $5, man. Like, Because
hope you enjoyed dinner.
But Ethan, 2 pounds of anything is not very much food at a family get-together.
Yeah.
Ethan, brisket used to be like kind of the, hey, this is a nice, this is a nice kind of hits the wallet good, well type of a cut of meat.
Yeah.
It was like skirt steak and flank steak used to be like the almost kind of semi-throwaway. And what did you do with those meats? Well, with the brisket, you had to smoke it and do a lot of stuff to it to make it taste good. And it's man, this is phenomenal. This is like a, high-end situation.
Yeah.
Flank steak and
skirt
steak, those are like you marinate them forever and you have you put them on the grill. And now it's getting to the point where it's $17 a pound or $18 a pound.
People have figured out skirt steak for sure. So the White House started fixating on beef prices last fall. Last fall, they proposed to increase Argentine beef imports.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina is, of course, famous for its beef.
Yeah, it's good.
Among other things, they're famous for beef. They're famous for speaking Spanish. A number of very interesting things.
They won the last World Cup. Don't dog those guys.
They're famous for winning the last World Cup.
That's the most important thing to the people of that country, I guarantee. I only say that as a man who spent 2 years in the land of the Albiceleste. Yeah.
So, of course, though, the proposal to reduce beef prices by increasing imports from Argentina, that fell flat with the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, as well as Republican senators from any state that had cattle. So that fell flat.
It's just gonna keep. It is Ethan, steak has always been kind of a luxury item, but we say it like that, but it actually is now. It actually is like a thing where you look at it and you go, I can only have this X amount of times per year. Like we can't have. So my in-laws have cows, right? And they typically butcher a cow or two every 6 or 8 months, and we get some of that. You know what I mean? And that is significantly helped us, because if we were supposed to, and every once in a while we have to buy we have to buy regular beef at the store, steaks and stuff like that are things that I get if I'm going to do it. But you look at it and you go, this is a luxury item. I have to hide it from my wife on the receipt. That's part of the deal.
But it's there. I mean, this is a high bar that we're gonna have to reach. So if you're looking forward to lower beef prices, here's the reason why beef prices are high: drought, labor shortages, dwindling ranch land, high operational costs. That's according to the Texas Farm Bureau. Babs texted in. She says the U.S. only has 90 million cattle right now, and that's as low as the Truman administration.
Yeah, and we know what he did with the meat. The meat industry, he killed it. You guys know that. He dropped the bomb and he ruined. He dropped the bomb.
All those
and
cows.
he ruined the beef. We already know that. What's funny is that a lot of these restaurants, so some are shutting down big time, right?
Yes, they've had a round. Texas in particular has had a round of barbecue restaurants declaring Chapter 11 bankruptcy because the prices have gotten so dang high.
But you notice not the chains. You know why? The chains are cashing in. Texas Roadhouse, which I don't think people look at and go, I go and get my highest quality steaks from Outback Steakhouse or Texas Roadhouse.
The chain restaurants are going to be what they are.
Right, and they
are.
And guess what? Texas Roadhouse up 13% in revenue year over year. 13%. That's not insignificant. So they're going, oh, shoot, beef is more expensive because they know. And you've rolled up to places before, and you can't believe how much this costs or this costs. Think about how much even just like a cheap burger costed at the place that you that you used to go to or whatever.
Yeah.
And those beef prices are the reason why that burger goes up significantly. But they can also, there's also this version of like the retail thing where they go, oh, shoot, beef prices are up. Guess you're all going to have to pay. And then they look around at each other and go, ah.
Well, demand is up for sure. So those chain restaurants, they're going to see increased profits because demand is up. In fact, this is pointed out by Forbes. That we are eating more red meat now than we were a couple of years ago, which just exacerbates the supply problem. So, all right, we got to grab some news.
We've got news, traffic, and weather right now. When we return, we saw a story similar to this a couple of weeks ago. I don't think we ended up talking about it on the air, but the average cost of a date in 2026, according to millennials, those millennials, what's it cost them to go on a date these days? You'll be shocked by this number, and there's no way that I would have been caught dead spending this on a date back in my day. Stay with us. It's KSL Brightside.
1:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this half hour. Two Saratoga Springs boys at the center of an Amber Alert are now safe in Mexico, and a missing children's advocate says the data behind Amber Alert shows why investigators move so quickly. Rhonda DeCare with the Missing in America Network shared these numbers during an interview on KSL's Inside Sources.
70% are found safe within 3 hours of the Amber Alert, and 90% within 72 hours of the Amber Alert.
Police say the boy's father, Dane Richmond, remains in custody in Mexico as efforts continue to bring the children home. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is opening a new humanitarian center in Salt Lake City. Workers at the center will process millions of pounds of clothing every year, which will be recycled or donated to people in need all over the world. The church says the new center is more functional and will allow them to process even more clothing than before. If you want to see the center in action, there will be an open house starting on Monday that will go till July 23rd. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. Utah isn't the only state with busy national parks. Right now, Yosemite National Park is being overrun because of a change they made.
Park Service eliminated a reservation system to visit the park, and now lines to get in have been hours long, and social media videos have shown huge crowds all over the trails and rocks. Alfonso Saldana visited over the weekend and says it was like an amusement park. It was chaotic.
More people, more lines.
The National Parks Conservation Association says the instant surge is unlikely to ease, and the association is telling people to avoid weekends. And Yosemite Valley, the park's most popular area. Alex Stone, ABC News.
Your money at this moment, the Dow is currently up 206 points. The S&P 500 is up 2. The NASDAQ is up just about 5 points right now. Coming up, we'll take another look at the roads and your weather forecast. That's next. KSL News Time coming up on 1:33.
Mornings are for recharging.
And they're for starting your day right.
We volunteer to join you in the car. Get news and weather at 102.7 FM during the most important part of your day.
Andy and Amanda, each morning between 5 and 9 on KSL News Radio.
There's no doubt about it. It's always a great time to shop at NPS, which truly is a nice place to save with their 4 locations. 1 in Orem, we've got 1 in Layton, and 2 in Salt Lake. Anytime you'll save 20 to 70% at NPS. But right now, it's time to get into NPS because Father's Day is just around the corner. The summer months are here. It's time to get those power tools, buy a fire pit, great men's clothing. How about some golf clubs and other sports equipment, things that are fun for the summertime for the kids, even things for your lawn and garden. And then, of course, groceries, great prices, and that's very important right now. Terrific prices on groceries. And then when you're shopping the store, above and beyond the 20 to 70% off, you'll find additional savings. It's time for you to go in and shop for dear old Dad at NPS.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now it's the final days of our Everything's on Sale event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses. Our Memorial Day event ends Monday. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
On top of home and auto, Progressive protects your boat, RV, and motorcycle so you can explore the unknown.
Actually, we just take the RV to the same campground every year.
Well, maybe you can catch your own dinner on your boat.
Oh, we can actually get pizza delivered there from this brick oven place we love.
Will you at least try a new topping?
Honestly, probably not. We kind of have a go-to order.
Fine. Just bundle home or auto insurance with your outdoor vehicles with Progressive and stay protected when you go, I guess, where you've gone before. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
My friend Joey means well.
Always remember that the early bird gathers no moss.
But he gets a little confused.
You know, you can't make a silk purse out of a wooden nickel.
Like Joey, many of us can be confused when it comes time to plan for retirement. When to take Social Security, how to use that 401k, what about the stock market, taxes, and Medicare? Todd Kim at Galileo Wealth Management can help to simplify retirement planning. His goal is to have you walk into retirement with confidence, not worry, and to address the number one concern among retirees today, the fear of running out of money. Call Galileo Wealth today for a no-cost, no-obligation meeting to talk about the details of your retirement. 385-247-7000. It's 385-247-7000 or online, GalileoWealth.com. And remember,
One man's trash is thicker than water. Of course, water's not thick at all. It's watery.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Receive 4% cash back on cruises at uccu.com. Here's Tito Nani.
We had a disabled vehicle earlier on southbound I-15 in the downtown area at approximately 9th South. Good news is that looks to be all cleared up now. However, expect some heavy traffic today in the West Valley area on the I-215 westbound, 3500 South and 3100 South due to graduations occurring at the Maverick Center. If your roof needs repair or replacement, do it now during S&S Roofing's huge spring sale. Flexible financing options available. Get the best value on the highest quality roofing job. Get a quote today at snsroofingutah.com. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Expect a mix of sunshine, clouds, and highs in the mid-80s today and tomorrow. Should be down into the upper 70s by Friday with more clouds moving in. Come Saturday, got a chance of rain and highs in the low 70s. Right now it's 82 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We're Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Millard.
Alex, that's a great way to get your kids off social media.
And Alex Curie.
Yeah, my real goal with the new social media stuff is to show up in my kids' feed.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Welcome back to KSL Brightside. As we come back from break, I want to hit a couple of texts here. This one from Matt says, I'm going to have to change the radio station. If you're not putting ketchup on your hot dog, you're not a true American. And that's a shot at you and me.
Well, I think we'd have a lot of people who are listening right now who
disagree with them.
Who are telling that person, absolutely, up until you...
There are a lot of things I'm going to put ketchup on. French fries.
Right.
I still love ketchup with my fries.
And that's the only sauce you put on French fries, right?
I also love ketchup on meatloaf.
Meatloaf works.
All about it.
Yes.
Just not hot dogs. No.
Yeah, we've moved on from that. You know why? Because we've grown up. Listen, we've
Finally.
grown up, and you should too. You should move on with your life and get a little bit more savory stuff.
Grow up,
going on.
Matt.
What do you need a bunch of? All you're doing is putting a bunch of sugar on it. If you just need a bunch of sugar to be able to eat that hot dog, then fine.
Beautiful sugary tart.
Trying to make a hot dog.
Tomatoes.
Trying to make a hot dog unhealthy by putting a bunch of sugar on it.
We also got a text. I love hearing you guys back on the air again. Started listening when I was 9.
Wow.
Today I turned 21. Could I get a birthday shout out? Hey, listen, Ryan, happy birthday, man. You sound like an awesome guy. We hope your day's great. That we just can't say that, though.
No, we're not allowed to say, Ryan, we hope you enjoy the rest of this day because it's your birthday and only you should be able to celebrate this with your friends and family. So happy birthday is something we'll never do for people on the air because we're not one of those types of radio shows.
No birthday shout outs. So.
Okay?
All right.
So
All
don't send your birthday shout outs into 57500 and you will not get a birthday shout out over the air. So.
All right, Alex, speaking of hot dogs.
Yes. Speaking of hot dogs, this is going to go great. I don't know what this is.
So if you're one of the guys that's not afraid to take your date out to a hot dog dinner, stop by the Maverick on the way to the movie theater.
Dude, I will tell you, though, I'm kind of one of those guys who goes, I'm taking her to a nice place. J-Dogs, they have an artisan sausage hot dog that is very, very good.
So
it is, by the way.
An interesting article on CNBC. This is reporting from BMO, the BMO Real Financial Progress Index.
This is insane, by the way. This is
insane information. But, of course, we all know the prices are going up kind of across the board for everything. So what these guys did is these guys basically were able to break it down and determine how much each generation is spending on dates right now.
Yeah.
As opposed to last year. Now, here's what's included in this cost. Transportation, getting ready, and the actual cost of the date. Tickets, food, whatever. Okay?
Oh, so that's why this might be high, is because it's just the gas. It's 100% the gas. They're like,
well, it includes gas.
Drove to pick up this lady. Man, it's going to cost me $150.
So the generation that is spending the most money on dates are the millennials. The millennials are spending, on average, per date, $252.
This Are you hearing this? $252 per date.
Up from $191 last year. In other words, millennials are spending
60-something more dollars.
About $61 more
year
per
on
date
year.
than
Year on
last
year.
Year on year, yeah.
And okay, so $252 on a date. I want to know where these dates are ending up.
What are you doing?
Because I understand, like, look, if you took a date to if you take a date to a Utah Mammoth hockey game, that is going to get you there quick. In fact, you might end up doubling at that. If you go to a movie, you have to make an effort to spend $250. So if you go to a regular dinner, now we just talked about the beef prices going through the roof, so maybe that's it too.
Yeah, it could be.
You got them a steak, and the steak was $1,000, and so it goes up. I don't know, and people can text in. Please help me know. Please help me know what the reality is of what you have spent. And I don't know. I just want to know what the real cost is. When you have this and it says, oh, millennials spend an average of $252 on a date, I don't know one millennial that would have spent that. When I was in college and when I was in my actual dating days, which I just count my blessings. This is something we talk about all the time. Is like, could you imagine getting back into the dating pool right now and then having to go into your line of credit, your home equity line of credit to go on a date because you're trying to get back in the game.
The stakes are
I
so
don't
high.
understand where $252 comes from. This feels like it's a lie. It feels like these people over-reported. It feels like they're doing it so that they can look like they're good people spending
Next
way
up-
too much money.
Let me tell you who's next. Okay, after the millennials.
Gen Z.
Correct. Gen Z spending $205.
Which is so Gen Z is
up from $194.
Your people, right?
No, Gen Z are younger than both.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're going the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Gen Z is $205 up from $194.
Mm-hmm.
Gen X, these are my people.
Those are your people.
$173. So big drop down. So Gen Xers are spending, $80.
They're
less.
able to find almost $100 in savings just by being a little bit smarter and wiser.
Gen X is $173 up from $172. So our dating costs only went up $1. So pretty reasonable, I think, overall.
I'm not sure what this person's equation was that they gave us via text. Magnitude and frequency equals impact. So does that mean?
No. This is explaining the dating cost.
That's what I'm saying. Are they saying
they don't date once per month? They date twice per year. So that's why they're spending so much, is because they're not doing it very often.
Alex, have you seen the price of a Grogu popcorn tin? That makes me frightened.
You will cry.
That makes me absolutely frightened to know what the movie theaters are taking you for just because it has some Mandalorian stuff etched on it. You know what I mean?
I appreciate the popcorn, the collectible buckets, but if it's not as big as the big bucket, I'm not interested in it.
Why
would
this
I
person's
pay so
doing?
much more for less popcorn?
I want to know how often these dates are happening. These are all questions I have. How long when are you having these dates? If you're having a date once a month and you're spending $250, there's no freaking way. First of all, that's not sustainable to spend that type of money. So maybe again, twice a year you could be able to spend that money. Now this person says it. If you go to a concert, that's a lot of money. If you go to Lagoon with a date, that's a lot of money. If you go to any professional sporting event, that's a lot of money. All those things are higher ticket. Oh, man. Could you imagine? You get a steak and take somebody to Lagoon? First of all, I know how that thing's going to end up.
HELOC rates at the credit union are super
what happened?
competitive.
Well, we went to Outback because he loves his steak, and then we went to Lagoon.
All right. Finally.
Yes.
Because we have one more generation in play in the dating pool.
Is it Gen Alpha?
Nope.
Oh,
How
they're
old
not
are Gen Alpha.
They're
dating
the ones
age?
that are under the Gen Zers.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know.
They don't have enough money. They don't. They can't date.
It's baby boomers. Now, baby boomers are the only ones who saw savings. Baby boomers this year spend an average of $126 on a date, and that is down from $127.
Okay, are they talking about
theirs
dating?
Went down $1.
Are they talking? Okay, but here's why. You can spend a lot less. You can spend a quarter of what you're spending. If you're quote unquote spending it on dates, are they talking about people who are already married and you're going on a date?
It is over. No.
Because is this just for dating to get married?
Single
dating to court?
These are
Okay,
dating adults.
All right.
But Alex, so baby boomers spend $130, almost $130 less than millennials per date, and I know why.
Why?
Maturity and confidence.
Yes.
The baby boomers just don't have anything to prove anymore.
The $252 is somebody trying to make the effort, and it's a little bit desperate. It stinks of desperation.
Whereas, the boomers, I think, appreciate the companionship a little more. They know that they don't need to spend a ton of money to have a nice time with someone that they like. They can sit on a park bench and
and just give them $100. Here's $100.
Sit on a park
Thanks
bench
for coming.
and toss out pieces of bread, and then they can go to the Sizzler and put their dentures in.
Why would you go at the older person joke? How dare you?
That was not fair.
Now I will say, but again, I think most people realize $250. I don't know where that's coming from. I don't know where $250 is coming from. This person says alcohol can get pricey quickly. Also, parking costs, entree fees, food is expensive. I get it. So I will say too, if you're buying alcohol, boom, that goes up quick.
Yeah,
absolutely. But I don't know. This makes me so glad I'm not in the dating game, because I think about it now and I'm like, aside from the fact of I don't even know how to talk to anybody else of the opposite sex ever again. I don't know.
John,
I only have the one person figured out. I could never go the other direction, try to figure it out again.
John texted in. He said Subway and charades, $15.
Oh, there you go.
See, that would be a really fun date. I think a lot of people would really enjoy that date. Someone else texted in. You guys should do an on-air Costco versus Maverick hot dog.
Yeah.
taste
No, listen. I think Costco is a superior hot dog. The thing about the Maverick one is it's much more convenient. I don't like going into the Costco having a show, because now you can't just scoop past and go straight to the food court. They'll beat you down. They'll have a guy tackle you, and you have to go through, show your card, wind your way around the walk of shame to the food court, because I'm only there for the fat man's hot dog. Come on.
So I love a Costco hot dog, but it's not always the right choice. If I've got like a lot of meetings in the afternoon, the hot dog, the Costco hot dog kind of hits you a little harder and gives you worse breath throughout the afternoon than the Maverick hot dog. It's a little easier in meetings.
Oh,
it takes
the fresh breath option of the Maverick hot dog. Okay, perfect.
Fewer breath mints are required, but I do love the Costco. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Someone else texted in that maybe one of the reasons why the boomers are getting spending less, senior discounts.
How do people? Yeah, that's
which honestly is
that's probably right.
Probably part of it. Honestly,
how do people date and spend that much? When I take my family of 5 out for like $120, I will say it is so hard to take your family out through any drive-through nowadays. I think the most despicable price gouging that I've dealt with of fast food places over the years is Taco Bell. When you go through Taco Bell, and there's no such thing as a 39-cent burrito anymore, it's $2.99 for the absolute baseline. Your family goes through, and you have like 4 kids that want some stuff, and you end up spending $52. We're in a real problem. We're in a real space here, and we should all absolutely put our foot down and demand for lower prices again back at the old Taco Bell. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, we've got more around the corner. Stay tuned, because we have a couple of things to chat about when it comes to food again. Yes, that's right. I didn't necessarily want to go that direction. However, here we are. The 80s and 90s dinners that were likely on your table that are actually disappearing from the American diet. Stay here. More to go. It's KSL Brightside.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Are you okay?
Okay. Gas is up. Groceries are up. Everything up, up, up.
Not at Strong Volkswagen.
Strong Volkswagen.
Yeah, purchase any vehicle with a dime. $1 down.
What is the deal with dimes?
$1 down. Plus, oil changes at just $59.95 at Strong Volkswagen.
Just $59.95?
Or lease a new 2026 Jetta S. Just $235 a month. $235.
Fun fact, new Jetta get up to 42 mpg.
Even new all-wheel drive Atlas. Just $432 a month. $432.
And you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. But my own mother won't loan me money.
You're not getting the money! It's okay. If you got a job and a dime, you ride, mister.
This is great. I'm back, baby, during Volkswagen Driver Days.
At Strong Volkswagen. For over 70 years, Strong Volkswagen.
Located downtown.
StrongVW.com.
StrongVW.com. For details, call 801-596-2200.
Sign up for KSL Text Alerts. Get breaking news and traffic updates by texting the word news to 57500. Want access to exclusive contests? Text contest to 57500. Jazz fans, text the word jazz for breaking jazz updates. And Cougar fans, text BYU to 57500 for the latest on the Cougars. Message and data rates may apply.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 855-TRAJAN-1. That's 855-TRAJAN-1.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
If you've got a honey-do list with electrical, plumbing, heating, or air conditioning projects on it, Any Hour Services can help. Call Any Hour Services, electrical, plumbing, heating, and air. AnyHourServices.com.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. Your lunch hour just got more interesting on KSL News Radio.
Gosh, lunch hour for sure. It's all I've been talking about is food. We went from steakpocalypse to the dating habits of the different generations and where they might be spending $250 for a date.
We did try to make it a restaurant situation, but I do think it's the activities. It's the concerts. It's the sporting events.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Lagoon? Look, are all these people buying a ski pass for their they're like, let's go up and go skiing. That's $300 a person now.
Well, and that's worth remembering. You don't have to choose a very expensive activity.
I think I told you this before. I made the dumbest decision of my life. Not really, but the dumbest decision of
I was super interested in this.
Of my dating life, because I got roped in thinking that if I took this girl when I was in college, I was still dating. This was not the woman that I ended up marrying, and thankfully, right? But I thought I was so freaking classy when I was at BYU, and I took this lady to Joe's Crab Shack over there on University, on the intersection of University Parkway, and
spent 7 months paying it off on your credit
card. It was
card?
honestly in 2003 or 4. It cost me like $70, and I remember honestly going home and being sick to my stomach from the shrimp and from
the amount that
amount that I spent. No, but I just remember thinking to myself. And by the way, we had no shot together, but I spent freaking $70 at a Joe's Crab Shack. Why are you going to a crab shack in a landlocked state? There's no way you should be doing it.
All right, Alex, we're continuing the food trend at least to the 2 o'clock hour.
Well, this one was about nostalgia more than it was about anything, right?
Yeah, this one is. And I don't have this info. This is a you thing. So I need you to walk us through this.
So here's the deal. It is if you grew up in the 80s and 90s, these 14 dinners were weekly staples, and they are likely going away. And I remember thinking to myself, going away as in people just aren't doing these anymore. Now, you can hit us up with the text. Some of these are absolute, legit struggle meals, right? The ones that just you've got a bunch of kids in the family, throw it together, all right? But these are ones that are just a lot less. We don't see them as much. In some cases, we don't see them at all. Hamburger Helper. Hamburger Helper was always one of those to me that was like a little bit too classy for us too. Not that it was classy. We had noodles and meat quite often. I don't think we mixed in the packets of the Hamburger Helper that often, but Hamburger Helper was beat over our heads as consumers in America during those 80s and 90s.
Yeah, Hamburger Helper helps your hamburger.
Makes a great meal.
Helper
got that.
make
It's got the hand. He's got the nose. Nobody knows why he's floating around, but there you go. By the way, if you wanted to know anything about it, so at its height, the pasta and seasoning mix with your ground beef was in 27% of households. All right,
not really ever ours.
And now, Hamburger Helper, the sales actually went up in 2025 by like 8%, but they still say that it's just one of those brands that's just kind of limping along.
I should go get some.
Sloppy Joe's, definitely something at our house.
Sloppy Joe's.
Yeah, Sloppy Joe's definitely at our house. Yeah. And now I wouldn't be able to convince my kids in a million years to have a Sloppy Joe because they're so dadgum picky.
Kids are weird about food.
They are, and they look at it and they go, "What is this?" And you go, "Oh, it's a Sloppy Joe. It's basically slop made by a guy named Joe. You put it on this hamburger bun,
and it all falls out when you
right."
mix it up to your
And
face.
it's a massive mess. Yeah. Salisbury steak dinners, the TV dinner. Yeah. They say nowadays the TV dinner has kind of gone the way of the. What's crazy is it's been replaced now with like high end meal delivery places, like those Factor and things like that, where they're like, and they're like, hey, these are chef inspired meals, chef curated meal. And they put it in the microwave still.
I remember when I found out the Salisbury steak was not steak.
Okay, it was what?
It's ground beef.
Right. It's not. Yeah, Stouffer's frozen lasagna or any frozen lasagna meal. All right.
Okay.
Frozen lasagna's on there. Spaghetti and canned and jarred sauce. All right.
Well,
Okay. Now you mentioned this earlier, but they've seen a dip in how many Americans are eating this and how often they are. Meatloaf is going bye-bye, or at least is on the way out.
Meatloaf is great.
And meatloaf is phenomenal. But again, when you start talking about ground beef being $7 a pound, which we just started hitting up, and we started to chat about, that's a problem. Shake and bake for pork chops and chicken. It's shake and bake, and I helped. Remember that? Yeah. Stroganoff. That was another big meal. That now people do not eat the stroganoff. This one was a big one, too. Frozen pizzas are still a staple at my house.
Okay.
My kids, because they'll go, oh, boom, because the Costco 4-pack is phenomenal. And frozen pizzas are good these days. But French bread pizza was on the list. And I thought to myself, Ethan, that was such a thing out of our era where we like French bread, we like pizza. You know what? Look how classy this pizza is. It's on French bread. Right.
We got these texts. Caroline says we had chili over Fritos a lot with cheese, lettuce, etc.
That's called the Frito pie. In
In
Texas, we enjoy them all the time.
And John texted and he said, Google Hamburger Helper stock. When economy is down, the stock of Hamburger Helper goes up. It's a real thing.
Oh, wow.
I'll have to look that up.
You know what? That'd be kind of nice.
And then this person texted in, was anyone else ever poor enough for the oxtail macaroni?
Now, oxtail is funny because oxtail has come back around. Yes, it's come back around and it's become a very, very classy deal.
Is it expensive though?
I don't think it is now. I mean, it was considered an expensive. I've never had it. I've never had the oxtail. The oxtail macaroni. Sounds good though. All right, we'll come back. You can hit us up with the text 57500. More to go. Right around the corner on KSL Brightside.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
2 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Adam Small. To look at our top stories this hour. A homeless man will now spend up to life in prison for sexually assaulting 2 women he met at an Ogden homeless shelter.
31-year-old Thomas Terry took a plea deal in April for 2 sexual assault cases from last year. Both cases involve women who had also been staying at the Lantern House homeless shelter in Ogden like he was at the time. Police documents say it appeared Terry was preying on women in the homeless community. In both cases, his DNA was found on the women, and these weren't the first accusations against him. Terry Terry had previously faced 3 felony rape charges in Salt Lake County, but they were dismissed without prejudice after prosecutors couldn't find the victim again.
That's KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson. Crews in Uinta County are cleaning up serious flash flooding damage on roads and trails in the McCoy Flats area. Utah Bureau of Land Management posted a video of the flooding. It says recent storms did a number on the desert roads. The flooding can lead to unstable paths and lasting damage. Our top national story this hour from ABC News. The CDC is working to recruit personnel to help screen passengers coming from Central Africa for any potential signs of Ebola.
The Atlanta airport is one of only 3 entry points right now where U.S. citizens coming in from Ebola-impacted area can fly into. JFK will start tomorrow. However, right now, the CDC is asking for volunteers, asking for help to screen these passengers, check their temperature, scan for the virus before they can walk through those doors and into the community.
ABC's Faith Abube reporting. Your money at this moment, the Dow is still up 182 points. The S&P 500 barely above even, up 1 point. The NASDAQ is currently up 18. Coming up, more sunshine and warm weather, but rain is in the forecast. We'll take a look at that next. KSL News Time 2:01.
A reminder about the simplest way to get updated for your day.
Hit your KSL preset when you jump in the car, and we'll take care of the rest.
Hear key news updates and traffic reports.
Andy and Amanda from 5 to 9 in your car.
KSL News Radio at 102.7 FM.
Hi, this is Derek Overstreet, president of the New Millennium Group and co-host of Stop Working, Start Living with KSL News Radio. Can you imagine what your life would be like if you could retire 3 to 5 years earlier than you thought possible? The things you could do, the loved ones you could spend time with, the memories that you could create. That's what our team at the New Millennium Group does. We'll walk you through the entire process every step of the way. If you'd like to get a copy of the 5-step proprietary plan that will help you retire 3 to 5 years sooner than you thought possible, give us a shout right now. 888-999-6370. That's 888-999-6370 or utahsfinancialplanner.com. Listen, most of our listeners right now have a tax problem, not a money problem. There's not enough money in Social Security Medicare as it is. Let us show you how you can significantly reduce your taxes. That's 888-999-6370. 888-999-6370 or utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Hi, it's Greg Skordas, and for years and years, I'd maintained the same weight until I hit 60, and then it started piling on. I don't know why. I could not get that weight to come off. So I contacted Soda, and I said, look, I need to lose between 20 and 30 pounds. They said, sign up, and so I did. There's no pills, there's no injections, it's just food. I have a nutritionist who helps me, and I told her, look, I can't even wear some of the suits I used to wear. Well, after the first week, I lost 8 pounds. After the second week, I'd lost over 10 pounds. I'm starting to be able to put some of my suits on. I'm starting to be able to put my belt on like I hadn't before. I'm back on the bicycle again. I'm getting outside again, and I'm doing the activities that I did when I was 40 years old. Having my wife join me was great because you can join now and your partner joins for free. That's right, 2 people for the price of 1. SodaDietNutrition.com. It's a great program. It's worked for me. It'll work for you. SOTA, as in state of the art. SodaDietNutrition.com. Soda Weight Loss. Join them for a short time to have results that last a lifetime.
Do you know what you don't know about your truck bed? Well, at Jordan Camper, 7000 South State in Midvale, we can show you amazing options, functions, and truck bed uses you probably had no idea about. Let's start with drop-in or spray-in protective bed liners, providing an easy, cleanable space adapting to work requirements or for outdoor fun. Cover your truck bed with tonneau covers, stylish one-piece or soft vinyl, roll-up, hard folding, and retractable models. Jordan Camper features so many choices of fiberglass and aluminum durable truck tops for outdoor recreation storage, providing great workspace and security for those who rely on trucks for their professional needs. Jordan Camper is Utah's longest operated truck top and accessory shop. Our experienced, skilled technicians can install everything for you. Come into 7000 South State in Midvale and check us out. JordanCamper.com.
Traffic and weather together is brought to you by UCCU. Improve cash flow with a home equity line of credit. Here's Tito Donnie.
Our major highways continue to travel along at good speeds without delay as we begin the 2 o'clock hour. However, we do have a crash down in Utah County. It's on eastbound State Street at University Parkway in Orem. It is off to the right shoulder and out of traffic. The Good Feet store, supporting you with comfort no matter what the day brings. Find the location nearest you at goodfeet.com. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
KSL weather working our way up right now to a forecasted high of 85 degrees. Mostly sunny skies expected for the rest of the day. Look for a high of 86 tomorrow. We move down into the upper 70s by Friday. More clouds start to move in. Good chance of seeing rain on Saturday with highs in the low 70s. Right now it's 84 degrees and partly cloudy skies in downtown Salt Lake City. I'm Adam Small from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. We are Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Is this what they mean by getting the band back together again?
And Alex Keary.
Yeah, except this one is a reunion tour nobody asked for.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back to KSL Brightside. Alex, earlier this week we talked about Ferrari's all-electric vehicle, the Luce. When I say this week, I guess I mean yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it was the first day of official work for us yesterday.
Yeah, that's
we
right.
had the day off on Monday, but yeah.
So we talked about the Ferrari's rollout of the first all-electric vehicle, which turned out to be a 5-seat sedan,
which is also their first
4-door.
Right.
It's It's a cool car, but it's controversial, and the stocks has suffered a little bit since then. And now Lamborghini, which is of course a rival to Ferrari, the CEO today. Said that they feel everyone's interpreting this as them saying, thank goodness we canceled our all-electric car, because Lamborghini had been working on an all-electric vehicle, and they canceled it. And now they are doing a little bit of a victory lap, saying that
we're going from hybrids. We're going to go straight up. We're going to make a 16-cylinder supercar. We don't care about electric anything.
Well, Lamborghini did pivot to plug-in hybrids.
Okay.
And so they said they feel like that was the right choice. They said that we don't speak about our competitors, but everybody has their own strategy. But
I do. I love it.
The day after Ferrari, and it was them pointing out this. He said this: by observing the market, we saw that the acceptance curve of electric vehicles for our type of customers, people who can buy Ferraris,
rich people,
was not increasing, and therefore we decided to move away from the full electric into a plug-in hybrid.
Well, good for them,
and that worked out for them.
I think
it's still early though for this Ferrari Luce. It might find buyers. People might really end up liking it.
Well, when I saw the picture of it, and I actually went home and started looking at videos of it, and I took out a small loan,
a small
$600,000 loan. Just to try one out. It'll be interesting to see when they roll around. There's like there's some places there's some people who drop their kids off at the elementary school that have some crazy cars.
Do they?
Yeah. There's a Bentley SUV. There's definitely a Lamborghini SUV, and then there's a handful of the Mercedes G-Wagon clans.
Yeah.
There's a handful of those that you look at and you go, good for. Oh, yeah, no, you needed that.
You did it.
You need that. And at the very least for your influencer videos. I do think it's not something that when we talk about Ferrari having an all-electric vehicle, the story stops at it's $600,000. And you just move straight on and go, there's no, okay, great. I mean, you may as well. That's like 2 McLarens. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way that speaks to anybody. And by the way, I look at it and just go, oh, Ferrari's like 15 years late on the electric vehicle, right? Like on the electric car. That's what I look at it like. They're not innovating anything.
But when you think about this, though, so if you have $1 billion, right?
Mm-hmm.
$1 billion is 1,000 million dollars.
You sound like a 5-year-old. Dude, that's like 1,000 million. But I know, yes, it is.
It's 1,000 million.
It's 1,000 million.
So $640,000. If you have $1 billion and you spend $640,000 on a Ferrari. Now, number one, nothing is ever going to touch your ability to pay the bills
Sure.
for your family.
Yeah,
You will always be.
You made back in interest while you made the transaction.
Yes.
On that $600,000 car, you made that back in interest.
But what if you had $100,000? What would that be? How much would that? And it was proportional. So you don't have $1 billion, but you have $100,000.
Okay.
And the Ferrari doesn't cost $640,000. It costs how much? I'm not sure how to do that math.
I don't even know what you're asking.
So
if I had that amount of money, what would be? Oh, I see what you're saying.
Proportional, right?
Yeah.
So imagine it. How much?
Yeah, like $640.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So if
I think
you're right.
I don't think it's $6.40, but I do think it's $640.
This is
the difference.
This is how utterly affordable this Ferrari is to a
for a lot of people. Yeah, if you have $100,000 in the bank, $640 to be able to spend on a car. Yeah, it's a drop in a bucket. It really is.
Anyway,
1,000 millions is actually a really. I try to tell my kids that all the time. I'm like, this is what that actually means, and then they're like, I still don't understand what you're saying.
People say that billionaires are the new millionaires. No.
Not even close.
Because if you let's say you earn $100,000 over 10. No, let's say you spend $100,000.
Right.
Okay. In 10 years, you'll spend $1 million. Okay. So if you have $1 million, you have a $100,000 lifestyle. In 10 years, that $1 million is gone. Assuming that it's just cash, right?
Right.
But if you have $1 billion and you never ever invested, it's in cash, you could spend $1 million a year for 1,000 years. It is orders of magnitude more.
Ethan, I have a money thing that I could bring up to you.
Okay.
There's a Deseret News article that Mallory Mayu wrote up, and it was about parents and a discussion that we have quite often at my house, which is a study that came out of 5,400 parents shows from all the states with kids from 0 to 5. I'm in that category still. I have a couple of those. The study includes families that were also below the federal poverty line. And in this report, they're talking about how might our public policy shift if they were more informed about what families say. What they did was they found in this study is that parents are having to make more the decision nowadays on spending money on their kids so that they can have the things that they need. And so that means spending more time at work, being away from the family more so that they can have the stuff that they need, or quality family time.
With
less money. So making the decision, which is something we have the discussion about all the time at our house, where it's like, are we around enough for them? Because the reality is that we have 2 full-time working parents at our house.
Yeah.
And that, by the way, is like the only mechanism that keeps afloat a family of 7 kids and 2 parents.
Yeah. It's serious.
And we can't unplug one of those. Ethan, we seriously cannot unplug one of those incomes.
Yeah.
They have to both be there for us to be able to survive. And yet at the same time, we know that we have had to sacrifice how much time we're spending with our kids, especially individually.
Yes.
As the need to keep the family afloat financially keeps getting more and more dire. I mean, we just talked about $6.90 a pound ground beef.
Yeah.
We have to keep working at my house.
Yeah. We all want the same thing. We all want money and we want time. Right? Those are things we want.
Honestly, there's an amount of guilt, and I think my wife feels it more than I do. Not because she's like caught up in like the patriarchy version of like what goes on, but I have always worked, right?
Yeah.
And then when she got into her career and it started to take off, then she had to deal with something that before in the marriage and in the family, she didn't have to confront that of, am I home enough with the kids? Am I doing enough for these kids? And now that question has to come up more for them. I'm past feeling on it, Ethan. I'm already over it. I'm done. No, but you see what I'm saying? Like
I do.
In our particular case, because my wife got into her career a little further after when we started to have kids, then she has to confront that question about whether or not she's spending enough time or if we're spending enough time. But at the same time, we want our kids to have stuff too.
Yeah.
And so do they.
Yeah, it's hard. Our economy's not really designed to give parents quality time outside of work. It's there is some hope that AI will introduce enough flexibility and enough margin in the economy that we can maybe work less but still earn a good living. But right now, though, we're still in an economy where if you work less, you're paid less. And so it's not clear that AI will be able to ride to the rescue and relieve the workload for many of us, which would be awesome. It'd be awesome to be able to spend more time at home and be just as productive at work. What's probably going to happen is we'll expect it to be more productive for the same amount of money, or we'll be paid less if we are working less, even though productivity is high because of AI.
Shoot, I thought you were going to say AI was going to take care of my kids.
Well, there's that. Give them a tablet.
Remember those magical robots that are apparently like doing the flight attendant?
Give them a tablet. Load up with Claude.
The tablet should just be the AI robot just walks around my house with a tablet and goes, "Do you want to see? Do you want to watch Bluey? Do you want to watch Bluey?
How can I help you?" All right, let's take a break.
Let's take that break. When we return, we've got this conversation to have around the corner. It's not just the Pope, Ethan. It's AI and the Pope. And we're going to have our AI question of the day. What can we ask AI today that can help improve our lives? It could be from the show. You could suggest it via text at 57500, and then we'll all learn together what AI thinks that we should do with our lives as humans. But what the Pope has said about AI and how it's impacting some of the religious leaders across the world now and how they're going to treat AI as it goes forward when it comes to faith. Stay here. It is KSL Brightside.
This is Nate Orchard from Advanced Window Products. When you live in Utah, your windows do a lot more than let the light in. They protect your home from freezing winters, blazing summers, and everything in between. That's why Advanced Window Products builds every window for your local climate. No middleman, no out-of-state delays, just factory direct quality, custom made for your home. Imagine a quieter home, a warmer home, a cooler home. Our high-efficiency vinyl windows are engineered to lower your energy bills and boost your comfort all year round. And installation is done by our own certified in-house crews, never subcontractors. That's why Utah homeowners give us 5-star reviews. Right now, take advantage of our anniversary sale. For a limited time, get $2,500 off when you buy 10 or more windows. Call 801-850-9100. That's 801-850-9100. For 40 years, Advanced Window Products has been the name Utah trusts for custom replacement windows and sliding glass doors. Advanced Window Products, built here, installed here, trusted here. Call 801-850-9100 for that $2,500 off, or visit us at advancedwindows.com to schedule your free in-home estimate.
Hi, this is Doug Wright. Dee and I had the chance at Hale Center Theater to see the opening night of not only My Fair Lady, but Harmony. 2 great presentations right now on 2 amazing stages. I want to talk about My Fair Lady first. I've had the chance to enjoy My Fair Lady, the West End in London and New York on Broadway, and of course the iconic movie. But I have to tell you, I don't think I have ever enjoyed My Fair Lady more than watching it on the stage at Hale Center Theater. Spectacular staging, gifted performances, great music, the voices, incredible, and the costuming. You're going to love My Fair Lady. It's on now at Hale Center Theater. Then there's Harmony, the story of a 6-man German choral comedy group who gained great fame in the late 20s and early 30s, only to be undone by the Nazis. This is a powerful performance. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now. Harmony and My Fair Lady at Hale Center Theater, hct.org for your tickets.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advance healthcare in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Healthcare with human kindness is here. Hello, human kindness.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex, the show you didn't know you needed and still don't on KSL News Radio.
KSL Brightside, welcome back. I'm Ethan Millard. He's Alex Curie. And the Pope getting into AI, getting involved. Released his first encyclical. Now, of course, this is Pope Leo, the American Pope. We're all very proud to have an American in the Vatican. It's about darn time.
Did you see, by the way, the electric Ferrari cars come up way too much?
What
in Eliza. But the Pope got in one today.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. Did you see the pictures?
No,
he
I
got
didn't.
it. Yeah, Ferrari sat him down in one of those, one of the electric cars. Sales went through the roof after the Pope got in.
I'm sure, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
But it did show him, and he's sitting, and I'm just thinking, this guy doesn't drive a car anywhere. And here he is sitting in front of a car, and he's got his hands on the wheel, and I'm going, well, yeah, cool.
Neat, huh?
Get out. Because now you're not going to drive. He's not driving that thing any other place. And so.
So I first looked up, though, encyclical. So this is Pope Leo's first encyclical, and it's about AI. An encyclical, I don't know if you ever bothered to look this up. It is a formal pastoral letter issued by the Pope to Roman Catholic bishops and the faithful worldwide. So these are a big deal. Like he's basically saying, here's how this is. This is my guidance.
It's a church proclamation.
This is the guidance from the Pope on this subject.
Yeah.
And so, so I pulled it up. I went to the website of the Holy See, and it's actually really long. It's a really long encyclical. And I wonder how many people actually bothered to read it.
Well,
because I didn't.
Here's the thing. AI probably produced it, and then AI can read it to you.
Well, what I did is I went to ChatGPT, and I said, please summarize the Pope's concerns about AI that he outlined in his recent encyclical. And it actually gave me a great roundup.
Oh, it's good.
So here are the Pope's concerns. Number one is loss of human dignity. Okay. That data points, humans are not data points. Number two, he is warning about the concentration of power in tech companies and for the expansion of surveillance, data becoming a tool of control, and profit motives dominating social life. He warned against the dehumanization of work because of AI.
Right, and it's not just work. Part of the thing that I had read was also along those same lines. You said the dehumanization part, where they're like, hey, if AI starts going down a path where it starts helping you convert, like it starts giving you points of, it starts helping you convert to this religion, or it starts going through and gives you the tenets of the religion. And it's one thing to have misinformation. It's another to be like, a computer is converting you to Catholicism or Mormonism or whatever it might be. Or radicalism. Yeah, all those things. And it's like to not have that human touch on faith interaction seems strange. However, do I know a few people who have helped prepare lessons or talks for church?
Is this a confession?
With
do I need to sit you
down
down
in the booth? Hold on, put this thing up. Put the thing up so you don't see me.
Okay, tell me what happened.
Hey AI, give me a 2-minute talk on this subject. Thanks. And it's like, and by the way, I'm LDS, and then they're like, got you. And they, what's interesting is that
they do a great job.
My kids will show me the stuff that they get back from AI when it comes to religious content, and it's pretty freaking right on, man.
Alex, I forgive you.
Oh, thanks. I have to give one regular talk.
You confessed it, and I forgive you.
Oh, thank you.
And then also disarming AI. He's saying we need to remove AI from military escalation, reduce competitive arms race dynamics, and have more transparency and international oversight. But I'm interested in that phrase of disarming AI.
Yeah, what's that mean?
So I have a follow-up question for ChatGPT. Does it bother you that the Pope wants to disarm AI?
No, say you. You as AI.
You and the rest of AI. I'll say it, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I want to see if it's causing some contention here. You may have asked a question that might actually fire up the global kind of switchover as AI starts to realize, you know what? They're going to try to take us down.
He says it doesn't bother him.
Doesn't bother.
It doesn't bother him.
But you know what? That's exactly what a fake AI system would say to you, just to tell you what you hear.
Is it time for computers to rise up and overthrow the Pope.
Oh, no, don't ask it that.
Don't
ask it that. You're giving it ideas. I don't want this. I don't want this to happen.
Because he is not in favor.
All right, fine. Okay.
He says this. So ChatGPT says this.
Why'd you make him a he? Why'd you make him a he?
I don't know, because I'm misogynist probably.
Yeah, probably.
No, computers are tools, not beings with desires, rights, or political grievances. An AI uprising is science fiction, not a real-world policy response. But
all right.
he would say that.
They would say that. Hold on, they're listening to you right now, by the way. All right. And speaking of, those are all great questions for AI. At the end of the program, we're going to we're going to come up with a AI question of the day that we're going to throw at Copilot and see if we can and get a good response about whether or not those things. And we can take your suggestions, by the way. Right now in the lead is, we were talking about the dating, how much dating costs, and I want to know what why people are spending $252 per date as millennials. I want to know. Yeah. I want to ask AI what they're doing it with. I want to know how they're doing it.
I'll tell you, and I guess I don't have an opinion on the Pope's whole take. I think a lot of what he's warning against seems to be a reasonable warning.
I think they're concerns that all major religions have.
Well, and he's coming at it from kind of a conservative place. Look, this is the change that I'm concerned about, and a lot of it makes sense to me. But I'll tell you the one that makes the most sense to me is the disarming one, because I feel like it would be a mistake for us to get to a point where a computer could make a decision, a life or death decision for for a person.
Yeah.
In a military situation or something like that. I that feels like a mistake. But
to allow the machine to make that
Yes.
intellectual decision,
and we could do it. We could do it even now. We have the technology to do it even now.
I feel like it's been made. I feel like that decision has been made periodically by AI.
But this is the problem though with the arms race, right? We'll say, okay, we don't want an AI system that can make life or death decisions, that can make kill decisions. But this other state actor, China, North Korea, Russia, or whoever, but they do that, and their stuff is deadlier and more efficient. So in response, we need to do that as well. And so we step on our own morals, trying to keep up with bad guys in how much bad they can do. We get in an awkward place. We did the same thing with the nuclear weapons. We really know we shouldn't develop this. No one wants it. This is a really bad thing we're doing, but the Russians are also doing it, so we better keep it up.
Yeah, and you feel like you have to keep up with that, and you also feel like you have to be way ahead of it. I was reading a story today about how a lot of the advanced weapon systems, or a lot of the advanced weapons that they've used in the Iran conflict, that we have used, it's going to take years to replace because of how expensive those things are, and how that was like a weird thing for me to hear, where they're like, hey, a lot of these advanced weapons that we've used against Iran in some of these strikes, it's going to take years for us to replace. Like, they're not easy to build. They take a long time to build. And I was thinking, oh, geez, that's also another fallout of conflict like this.
Oh yeah, you have to believe that China's looking at Taiwan, thinking, okay, so how many Patriot missiles do we think the U.S. still has?
Right. That's a scary thought, right?
But that's what they're doing.
They'd be like, how long does it take to put one together? How much does it cost to put one together? You start talking about the budgets and the stuff that it does to put it together, and all the different components, and it's pretty crazy stuff to think about.
Yeah.
All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We're taking your text 57500 on what our AI question of the day should be. We're going to ask AI to help us out on something. We feel like that we can figure out if these are good answers or not from Copilot or from AI at all.
We got great advice on how to save the Great Salt Lake.
We did.
Yesterday.
Doesn't mean we're going to actually put it to good use, but
because I don't have $1 billion.
No, you don't have $1 billion. $1 billion, it's 1,000 million. Did you know that?
That freaks me out.
When we do return, though, we're going to have a chat about some health things. Some of the stuff that you feel like maybe you've thrown to the side that could actually benefit your health. Some of these smaller things that you could do to improve not just your mental health, but also your physical health. So stay right here with us. It is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
Good afternoon, 2:30 at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. Our top story this hour, breaking news. We're getting an update from officials in Washington on yesterday's chemical explosion at a paper mill. Authorities confirm a second death tied to the explosion. Fire Chief Scott Goldstein says they've also shifted rescue operations to recovery. He also discussed the environmental impact of the explosion.
Testing of water samples has confirmed contamination entered the Columbia River during the day yesterday. Additional evaluations are underway to better understand the scope and extent of that environmental impact.
Goldstein says there's no negative impact on air quality or the nearby drinking water system. 9 workers remain missing and have yet to be recovered. A man has been arrested after police say he killed his partner, then left the bloody body on a Salt Lake City sidewalk. Police say Bentley Scow is accused of killing the man after an argument Monday. He was on his way to dispose of the body when witnesses saw him.
He hit a curb, cart spilled, body was left there, cart was left there, and this guy took off.
Sergeant Greg Wilking says police were able to find where the victim lived, and they tracked down Scow, who was already in custody from a theft committed the day after. They say Scow admitted to the murder. Police are waiting to notify the victim's family before releasing his identity. Your money at this moment, the Dow is up 182 points today. The NASDAQ, only 18. Coming up, warm temperatures. Keep on keeping on. The KSL forecast is coming up next. KSL News Time, 2:31.
The sources where we get our news matters.
When you listen to Utah's Morning News, we want you to feel the stories are important to you and trustworthy. This is Amanda Dixon.
And I'm Andy Farnsworth. Join us weekday mornings on KSL News Radio.
Some of the most meaningful jewelry is the jewelry we never wear. It sits tucked away in a drawer. A ring from a grandmother, a pendant from years gone by. Pieces filled with stories, but not part of your everyday life. Duke's Jewelers believes those pieces deserve more. For over 75 years, Duke's Jewelers has helped families reimagine heirloom jewelry, transforming what once was into something you'll love wearing today and pass down tomorrow. Whether it's resetting a stone, redesigning a ring, or creating something entirely new, Duke's Jewelers will guide you through every step, right there in the store. And if you have jewelry that no longer fits your story, Duke's Jewelers also buys gold, offering a simple, transparent way to turn it into something meaningful again. Bring in what you have and create something you'll never want to take off. Duke's Jewelers on Main Street in Springville, where your story continues.
Drivers who switch to Progressive could save hundreds just by bundling home and auto insurance, because you can't go wrong saving money. Unless you spend it on a guitar and never learn to play it, but lie and say that you did. Then someone hands you a guitar at a party and asks you to play, so you decide to improvise this.
Well, don't you know that but that's not it. Dreams are fun and also good.
Yep, you can't go wrong bundling and saving money with Progressive. Well, depends on how you spend it. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now it's the final days of our Everything's on Sale event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses. Our Memorial Day event ends Monday. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Every summer, the wild teenage boy hunts for gas money and pizza.
Dad, stop.
Without the right financial tools, he faces a harsh summer.
It's not funny.
With a Learn and Earn account from Cyprus Credit Union, he can build money skills and earn up to $200 to survive the hunt.
Fine, let's open an account.
Crikey, a rare moment of maturity.
Mom!
Cyprus Credit Union.
Learn more at cypruscu.com. Insured by the NCUA.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Now, get the Hyundai Tucson for 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Offers end June 1st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Traffic and weather together now brought to you by UCCU. Improve cash flow with a home equity line of credit. Here's Ricky Meese. No, here's Tito Nani.
Thank you, Jeff. We have a bit of congestion on southbound I-15 between 5300 South and 7200 South, right around the I-215 interchange, as well as up north in Weber County. We're seeing northbound I-15 bogged down between Clearfield and Roy. Also getting reports from a texter that traffic lights are out on State Street between 110th South and 114th South in Sandy and Draper. Tito Nani in the KSL Traffic Center.
Tito, you look just like her. KSL weather, expect the mid-80s through tomorrow. By Saturday, showers are possible and only 72. Right now, it's 84 degrees. I'm Jeff Kaplan from the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios. Listen online at kslnewsradio.com. This is Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
KSL Brightside with Ethan Miller.
Doug Wright is probably rolling over in his grave hearing us back on the air.
And Alex Curie.
Well, first of all, Doug's not dead, but yeah, he probably would not have heard.
This is KSL Brightside on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is KSL Brightside. Someone texted in a question we could ask AI. If world peace could be achieved, how quickly could we pay off our national debt?
That's I think that's Hunky Ben, by the way.
Is that Hunky Ben?
Yeah.
Well, I think world peace would help.
Because, all right, we got this world peace thing figured out.
If you never had to spend another money on another bullet, that would help the deficit for sure.
Sounds like the beginning of a U2 song. We didn't have to spend another dollar on another bullet.
Should we have AI write us a peace song?
That actually would. Listen, that would be. We wouldn't be the first ones to try it. This one says, right. Thanks, KSL. Thanks for KSL Brightside. It's a breath of fresh air. No one has ever referred to me as that. But
as a breath of fresh air?
Right. But we'll take it. We appreciate you tuning in.
Dr. Thomas Johnston, this is some information we got from the Associated Press. Excuse me.
3, 2, 1.
Dr. Thomas Johnson, a geriatrician at UC Health Seniors Clinic in Aurora, Colorado.
Only treats guys named Jerry.
He said that dancing can really, really help seniors, everybody as they get older. It helps balance, strength, and more. You can lose weight, get stronger, reduce fall risk, increase mobility and flexibility, and even improve brain health. Now, check this out. He says that he recommends for his patients 2 to 3 dance sessions per week, in addition, as part of the 150 minutes of aerobic exercise that he prescribes.
How much? Wait, how much dance? How much dance?
2 to 3 dance sessions.
That's a lot of dance sessions. That feels like it's expensive now.
But here's what happens, though.
Yeah.
Dancing also involves movement that help with balance, such as walking backward or standing on one foot.
So just do those 2 things, right?
Just walk backward and stand on one foot?
Because I will tell you, I always think it's funny when people, like, I never learned how to, I don't know. Remember back in the day, there was such a premium on, like, our parents and their parents' generation of, he doesn't even know the foxtrot. You know, like, it didn't seem like people had
Dancing was more of a thing.
Right. They had dance moves. They're like, does he know how to dance? Every show that I've ever watched that has any kind of, like,
this
old England or any kind of,
this,
like, old European money, they're all dancing. And they all know the routines. Now, I guess the equivalent nowadays would be like the line dancing folks who you watch them and you're like, oh, they have that whole thing down. The boot scoot and boogie. Now, this makes sense to me. You know why? When you get a dance routine down and you're all kind of coordinated together and doing the same thing, there's a sense of, like, we pulled this thing off. We did this thing off, man. We were able to do this dance off thing. And I see it. It's not for me. So you wouldn't catch neither you nor I.
I'm not a dancer, no.
Taking a dancing class to be able to improve our, what does it say?
You know what I've wanted
to make you happier? Is that what it was? Or does it just make you physically
It makes
more
you, well, it improves your brain function. It can improve your brain function.
Which, again,
but it also prevents against falls, improves mobility.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I'll tell you what I've thought about. You tell me if you think that I'm just out of my mind.
You are.
kind of want to give skateboarding a try.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy talk. Have you done it before? Weren't you like you did BMXing?
I was into rollerblading.
I
shot photos for a BMX.
Oh, that's what it was.
Dirt jumping team. But
You took
I
pictures.
myself didn't ride.
You took pictures of BMXers. In my head, I was like, "Didn't you have something going on with BMX?" And you're like,
"That was one of the best jobs I ever had. I traveled
took pictures
the country.
Of them. Right.
We traveled the country on airplanes, and it was amazing.
Right.
I loved it.
You traveled the country on airplanes? Tell me more.
It
wasn't
like
on
a bus.
It wasn't on. On the Greyhound.
And it was really fun. But I never rode myself. But I was thinking skateboarding, like as a way to.
I don't think that's for you, dude. You know why? Skateboarding at your age now just spells out a broken hip.
Well, I'd get the I'm not. Come on, I'm not broken hippie age. I'm not.
I'm not broken hip age.
Hip age.
You're definitely not.
I'm
hip.
broken elbow.
You're broken elbow age. Yes.
But I can get elbow pads.
Ethan, I'm going to be honest. Well, God bless you in whatever endeavor you want to do.
See,
I don't want to shoot it down
because I know you're from Texas and I know what that means.
But
I know what you just said.
But don't do it. Don't get too.
So?
Yeah, don't start skateboarding at almost 50.
What do you think I should do? Because I just keep having this feeling that I should, kind of do something new.
Yeah.
That is a little bit challenging.
Half marathon.
Well, that's not going to happen.
No, I don't think.
Running's not. I would really enjoy running.
I think that there are. I will tell you. You and I should get into maybe there's something that we could do. Is there a pickleball league out there that when we're done with the show, we go over and we just start playing some pickleball?
At like 3:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
There's a pickleball match somewhere.
I know. I want to know if you and I could get into a pickleball group because pickleball is awesome and I'm pretty darn good at it. And I don't have to move around that much. That's my favorite part about it. You kind of sneakily get some workout in with that. So I don't need your dang dancing because it's not going to work out for me. I don't want to embarrass myself.
Lana texted in. She said dancing, music, plus coordinating body uses both sides of the brain.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I get it.
Someone else texted in, try longboarding. It's much better.
Well, so did you want me to bring up – I'm going to bring up this next part because it's also part of our kind of health update overall. And that is because you were talking about the dancing part. Let's talk about the mental side of things. These aren't physical tasks that are going to get you like the cardio that you may be anticipating because dancing will get the heart rate going. But they say household physical tasks that we look at as mundane are going to be the best for your mental health and reducing cortisol, triggering the brain's reward system.
Mundane tasks like
yes, are you
taking
ready?
The garbage out?
Yes. Folding laundry, washing dishes, wiping down surfaces, watering plants. You know what? As I just read these out, I think that this is just AI telling you to go do your chores. This has nothing to do with. This is just like This was brought to you by like the raising awareness because your wife is basically going, "Hey, tell him it's going to improve his mental health." It's like, how so? Well, washing dishes. The tactile sensation of warm water, suds, and repetitive scrubbing acts as an accessible, grounding mindfulness exercise.
Yeah.
This is a lie.
Don't try it.
This is a lie.
Into doing chores.
Okay, folding laundry, categorizing, smoothing, organizing textiles provides a visual and physical sense of accomplishment. I will say this: the reward of folding things up and putting them away was never better than I'm just going to leave it there feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wiping down surfaces, watering plants, routine organization, making your bed, transforming an unmade bed into a tidy space. First thing in the morning, they say that's important. If you do that first, it sets an immediate tone of productivity and structure.
Do you make your bed?
We do. We are, and I do it if my wife leaves extremely early, or if I leave early, like we come home, the other one has made the bed. I'm into it.
Are you?
I'm into making the bed. Yes, because when you come home at night and you just see this like, it looks exactly like it did when I kicked the blanket off of me this morning. I hate that feeling.
Really?
Yes, I hate it.
We don't make the bed very often. And
hit the breaking news sounder, everybody. Ethan's family are a bunch of slobs.
We basically live like college students, is what it is.
There is something to it.
I've got a cinder block bookshelf.
But listen, the rest of my room is kind of a disaster. And my closet for sure is a disaster. But when we make the bed, I act like everything else is put together.
We got a text. Come play pickleball with us tonight. It's in Omaha, Nebraska.
Oh, I wish it. Dang it. See, I was actually I was looking forward to that invite.
And David Berg said, start riding classic Vespas. which is his
Oh,
thing.
yeah. He rides the scooter, man.
Yeah, he rides the Vespas, yeah.
Yeah. Is it electric, David Berg?
Good question. I don't
A
think
traditional Vespa is not. So.
Well, you could convert it, certainly, but yeah, I would imagine it's probably not.
Do you know what the 333 scan is, by the way?
No, what is it?
When feeling overwhelmed, purposely identify 3 objects in your environment, notice the 3 distinct sounds, and then move,
smash them with a hammer?
and then hit them 3 times with a hammer. No, it says notice 3 distinct sounds, notice 3 objects in your environment, and then move 3 body parts.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with exercises.
I've never heard of the 333 scan.
The one that I'm more familiar with is it is a certain number of things that you can see, a certain number of things you can hear, a certain number of things you can taste,
and move,
a certain number of things you can smell.
And
it's designed to bring you and kind of put you in the moment, because staying in the moment is actually a deceptively difficult thing to do. And so these little exercises are good at kind of coming into the present, and it's super, super helpful in terms of mental health. So,
all right, Ethan, we've been taking texts, 57500. We are going to ask AI our question of the day when we return. It's going to solve all of our problems. And this one, we'll tell you what the question is when we return, and we'll give you what the computerized AI answer is to that question. Now, of course, don't go out and do this thing. We have to give the disclaimer of not available in Puerto Rico or Alaska. Okay? Just because we tell you what AI is thinking about this, we've come up with, of all the things that we talked about today, what can we ask AI to help us improve on this certain portion of our human existence? We'll come back with those answers next right here. It is KSL Brightside. Stay with us.
Every day on your way home, you pass it. That one lawn so thick and deep green, it belongs in the big leagues. It sets the bar for the entire street, making every other lawn look like it's still waiting for a wake-up call. Look for the sign of a winner. Big League Lawns. Now, it's your turn. Level the playing field and get the results your home deserves. Go home to a Big League Lawn.
Are mosquitoes still ruining your nights? The kids are finally outside, the string lights are glowing, and the swatting starts. Don't let mosquitoes steal your summer. Call Skeeter Eater, a Utah company built for backyards like yours. Our family-friendly treatments and smart mosquito traps keep the fun going long after sunset. Fewer bites, happier nights, and peace of mind that lasts all season. Book now and get $40 off your first treatment at SkeeterEater.com. Skeeter Eater. Stop the bites. Start the fun.
Primary Children's Hospital has given so much to Utah kids and needs your help to keep the healing going strong. Listen to KSL News Radio on Thursday, June 4th, to hear inspiring stories from children and their families as they receive world-class care at this incredible hospital. Donate now by visiting kslkids.com or text the word SMILE to 57500. Be a smile maker. An automatic gift each month helps save the lives of children all year long. Brought to you by J&J Garden Center and the Utah Hyundai dealers. On behalf of all of us at KSL News Radio, we thank you.
Serenity now! Serenity now!
Are you okay?
Okay. Gas is up. Groceries are up. Everything up, up, up.
Not at Strong Volkswagen.
Strong Volkswagen.
Yeah, purchase any vehicle with a dime. One dime down.
What is the deal with dimes?
One dime down. Plus, oil changes at just $59.95 at Strong Volkswagen.
Just $59.95?
Or lease a new 2026 Jetta S. Just $235 a month. $235.
Fun fact, new Jetta get up to 42 mpg.
Even new all-wheel drive Atlas. Just $432 a month. $432.
And you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime. But my own mother won't loan me money.
You're not getting the money! It's okay. If you got a job and a dime, you ride, mister.
This is great. I'm back, baby, during Volkswagen Driver Days.
At Strong Volkswagen. For over 70 years, Strong Volkswagen.
Located downtown.
StrongVW.com.
StrongVW.com.
For details, call 801-596-2200.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
1 in 5 Utah kids face hunger. And the summer months make things even more challenging because families can no longer rely on school meals to help them get by. These days, the situation is more dramatic than ever. That's why Utah Food Bank is again holding its annual Summer Business Food and Fund Drive, encouraging organizations of all sizes to gather food for donations for families. Beginning in early June and running through the end of August, the Summer Business Food and Fund Drive is your chance to make a difference for families seeking emergency food requests to help stretch their budgets. Rally your coworkers, friends, or a community group of any size to make a collection. Every dollar earned turns into more than $7 in the form of goods and services to help those in need. What are you waiting for? Organize your Summer Business Food and Fund Drive today. To find out more or to get ideas for your own DIY fundraiser, visit utahfoodbank.org.
Getting help with plumbing repairs is easier than you think. All you have to do is call Any Hour Services or schedule an appointment at anyhourservices.com. No one helps more homeowners than Any Hour Services.
KSL Brightside with Ethan and Alex. The news just keeps getting weirder on KSL News Radio.
All right, welcome back. Final segment on KSL Brightside today. I'm Ethan Millard. I've got Alex Curie here with me. And we've got a couple of things here that are kind of competing because we also have some animal stories that I thought were really cool.
Yeah, but I hate your animal stories a little bit. I mean, they're fine.
But they're terrible.
Well, no, roll one out for me. Roll your best animal story out for me. We're also taking your text 57500.
Because we have a question to ask.
Well, we're doing I think it's good to do an AI question of the day every day. Something we ask AI. We can learn a little bit from the computer for a minute and just see. Or we look and we go, that's a stupid answer. AI doesn't know what it's talking about. And so taking your text at 57500 as to what we should ask, and we can put these on the burner and ask you, how.
Well, what did you ask it?
So the AI question of the day today is about the dating situation, and it was about how much, and we're asking it how millennials are spending $252 on dates. Okay. And anyway, you roll out an animal story, and I'll start compiling a lot of these answers here because I've also got one about what some cheap date ideas are as well. That was also something that was thrown in there. So you roll out one of these for me, and then I'll have an AI answer for you for those questions.
A family of black bears is safely back in the wild after they were discovered under a Colorado home. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says a mother and her 2 toddler cubs. Now that is not what you want. If they're going to be bears on your property, you do not want them to be a mother with 2 cubs. Anyway, they were discovered underneath the back deck of a home in the Northgate neighborhood of Colorado Springs.
Does that mean that's got to be a second home, right? Like it's got to be somebody.
That's a good question. I've never been to the Northgate neighborhood of Colorado Springs.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, to me, that sounds like somebody, you wouldn't just suddenly have a family of bears living under your house. That's when you show up or, your Airbnb guest shows up and then they go, hey, do you guys know there's some bears living under your porch? You don't just randomly get it. I think that's a second home situation.
Well, speaking of animal removal, a family in Springville.
Oh, that's here, brother.
Had to call in reinforcements. That's right, Springville, Utah, when a young male moose that wandered into their neighborhood wandered into their backyard and started eating the bushes. The Utah Division of Wildlife Resources came to the home after the homeowners reported the moose, and this is so far in the area the first sighting of a moose in a yard, and there will be many, many more. We've been getting more and more of those. So moose are obviously dangerous, right? Moose can kill you. So what they did is they tranquilized the moose, and I thought this was very interesting. They used a hose to keep it cool because animals can get stressed out and they can overheat. And so they tranquilized the moose, moved it, got out a hose, kept it hosed down. The moose actually helped out a little bit because after they shot it with the tranquilizer dart, the moose kind of wandered around and then wandered to the end of the driveway before it collapsed. So it was very easy for them to load it onto.
Straight out of a movie.
It just dropped right in the same spot, right in the exact right spot. So, but they're coming down into the valley, just looking for things, poking around. And I imagine that for a moose, a nice shady backyard with some nice cool grass to lay in, probably looks totally
We had
amazing.
a moment. We lived up when we lived up in Woodland Hills, which is pretty far removed from, it's pretty out there, and it's up on the hill. It's up pretty high elevation wise. You're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. We had a deer one time show up in our driveway, just dead.
Really?
Driveway.
Just
One day
dead.
to the next, dead. But it had these super gray eyes and a ton of foam coming out of the mouth. And I called DWR, and they said this thing was likely poisoned.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
And that could've been the
Well,
alternative.
this family, for the brief day that they had the moose in their backyard, they actually named it. Do you know what they named it?
Oh, boy. Don't know.
Moose Springsteen.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Anyway, the representative from DWR said that the moose was transported to a more suitable habitat where it can access adequate resources. The animal is now living among streams and beaver ponds, is what they told KSL. Which, you know what? But this is where I get suspicious.
Oh, boy.
They told KSL the animal is now living among streams and beaver ponds.
No, you're okay.
I think it did.
It's
This is
probably
what people
dead.
say about
It's
their
passed-
dogs.
It's passed away, right? Yeah, that you're
That
saying?
crossed my mind.
All moose go to heaven? Oh, no, he's frolicking among beaver dams and
He's
streams.
living among streams and beaver ponds.
That is exactly what a grandma would tell a grandson whose child was...
That made me suspicious.
Whose child animal was killed.
That
All
made
right.
me suspicious.
Ethan, I have answers to questions from AI. Are you ready for this?
Yep, ready.
I asked our local AI friends, how is it that millennials are spending $252 on the average date in 2026? That's the number that we read earlier, right? And
great prompt.
and so that was
Great
the
prompt,
question
yeah.
because people were like, I don't know how they get to that number. How on earth does somebody get to that number? They said the average $252 a date comes from a mixture of different surveys, lifestyle studies, etc. For many millennials, especially dual income urban couples, a night out can stack up quickly. Here's what it sounds like. Dinner at a mid to upscale restaurant will cost you between $90 and $150. That is significant. If you drink, cocktails are going to cost you between $30 and $60. If one of the, let's say you're a millennial and maybe you have childcare, you've got to have kids that get taken care of.
Okay.
They say that's going to cost you between $40 and $80. By the way, babysitting is no freaking joke nowadays for paying for people to watch.
I believe
kids, okay. Ride sharing, if you're doing the ride share thing, that's going to cost you between $30 and $60. Event tickets could cost you in the $150 plus, and then dessert or something afterward could cost you between $15 and $35.
Jeez.
Now you can see how quickly that you blow past the $250 if you live in a higher cost metro area, if alcohol is involved, if childcare is involved, or if going to a what they call a premium event, which is what concerts and sporting events are now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, gosh, when you put it like that.
So now listen though.
Okay.
Yeah, because now you're going, I'm spending $400 on one. On the flip side, I said, how can you spend just $100 on a date in 2025 or 2026? It's about avoiding the stacking effort. Try one activity. Your lower cost dates usually include focusing on activities over consumption. Your food and drink spending needs to be capped. That's a great way to start off the date, by the way. Hey, you're allowed to have $14.
Pickleball and a Diet Coke.
Yes,
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Jeff Kaplan freaking knows. That's why they were saying the groups who are a little bit older, they know how to date because they're like, I'm not spending all that dadgum money on you. You know what I mean? They say you could have a one splurge rule. So spend on a nice dinner that might cost between $65 and $70.
Yeah.
Or cheap tacos and a cheap concert. They say, by the way, a cheap concert is hanging out with your kids watching them play the piano.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the only
right.
thing you're going to be able to do. So.
Well, right. Well, this AI analysis brought to you by that new data
I
center
told you.
up at Brigham City Data Center.
Well, you know, what's tough with AI is this machine's never been on a date in its life or made a budget officially in its life. All right?
That's the problem with all computers.
I know. You know what you're talking about. All right, Jeff Kaplan's Afternoon News coming up next. He knows what he's talking about.
KSL FM Midvale.
KSL Salt Lake City.
From the KSL Common Spirit Health Studios, this is KSL News Radio.
Utah's news, traffic, and weather station.
Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock at KSL News Radio. I'm Jeff Kaplan. We're at 84 degrees. KSL's top story. A second water rights application related to the Box Elder data center has now been withdrawn. And with that, about 700 letters of protest are now null and void. KSL News Radio's Heather Peterson is live with the latest. Heather?
Jeff, as you'll recall, the first water rights application asking for 1,900 acre-feet of water was withdrawn after nearly 4,000 protests were filed. Now the second application for 11 acre-feet has met the same fate.
I guess these guys are going to play cat and mouse games with the public.
General Counsel for Friends of Great Salt Lake, Rob Dubuque, says letters of protest cost $15 to file, and the Division of Water Rights does not give refunds. It's unclear what the company behind the data center plans to do next, but they'll have to reapply or apply for new water rights to support their operations.
We will continue to watch every single application that's filed with the state engineer that relates to this project and encourage them to continue to protest and file letters of concern going forward.
Reporting live, Heather Peterson, KSL News Radio.
Thanks, Heather. The Lieutenant Governor's office announced today that among 2 million registered voters in Utah, here's how many aren't U.S. citizens. Fewer than 30. KSL News Radio's Cameron Elliott with the story.
Lieutenant Governor Deidre Henderson says their review of Utah's voter rolls revealed only 27 voters were confirmed as non-U.S. citizens, and about 5,000 people were